Today I'm going to be showing everyone step by step how to buy Bitcoin using Swftx. Swftx is a great option if you're a beginner looking to get into cryptocurrency, as it's easy to use and really easy to get started with. With more than 320 assets and 600,000 users, it is Finder's most recommended platform. In this video I'm going to walk you step by step how to sign up, deposit, buy Bitcoin, and also some added tips to help you be more secure in the cryptocurrency space. The first step is going to be to click the link in the description to take you through to the sign up page shown here. The link is a referral link that helps support the channel and helps me make these free videos for everyone. First up is our first and last name and our phone number. We're also going to have to put in our email address and confirm we're not a robot. We'll then get a verification code sent through to our phone. We should now get an email sent to our email address with another verification code. Now we've done both the verification steps, we can create our password. I'm going to be creating my password using 1Pass, which is a password manager. A password manager allows you to use a strong suggested password and also store your two-factor authentication code right there in the password manager, making it super simple and allowing you to never forget a password again. After I've created a strong, secure password, I'm going to click Agree to Terms of Service and the privacy policy. We've already verified our phone and email, now we're just going to have to complete our profile and verify some identification. For this we need to add our date of birth. We then need to put in our address and our citizenship. We need to tell Swftx where we get the majority of our money. In my case, it's employment income. We also need to tell them why we're going to be using Swftx. In my case, it's going to be investing, but if you're going to be purchasing goods with crypto or sending funds externally, there's lots of different options here, so just choose the one that is most suited for yourself. Swftx then needs to verify who we say we are, and we can do that using a variety of different forms. Today I'm going to be using my driver's license, but there's also a variety of other forms of identification that Swftx accepts. I'm going to choose driver's license and then fill out the details. Now that I'm verified, I can see my account is 100% complete. I can now deposit funds in a variety of ways. To deposit funds, there's bank transfer and also PayID. I'm going to use PayID as it's a little bit quicker. As you can see here, they're saying you may experience delays from your bank, but in my experience it doesn't take that long for the deposit to go through. After completing the deposit in my bank app, I can now click this button that says I've deposited using PayID. It now says congratulations, our account's set up and ready to use. While we wait for our funds to go into our account via PayID, we're going to set up some security. An essential part of cryptocurrency security is setting up two-factor authentication, and we're going to do that now by going to Account Settings, Security, and then set up two-factor authentication. If we click this slider here, it's going to turn on two-factor authentication. We're going to be able to continue with the two-factor authentication setup. Here we've got the QR code that we scan with our Authenticator app. In my case it's 1Password, but in your case it might be Google Authenticator or other Authenticator apps. In my case I click Scan QR code. It copies the code and gives me a one-time password that I can use to sign in. I also get given an account recovery code, which I'm going to put into my password manager, but you guys might want to write down on a piece of paper and put somewhere safe. Now that I've got that noted down and put somewhere safe, I can click this button to say that I have recorded it safely and click Finish. Two-factor authentication is now turned on and I'm going to get logged out and asked to log back in. Now, using my password manager again, I'm going to log in, click I'm not a robot, and then click log in. Enter in my two-factor authentication code, and now we're in. Now we've done the two essential steps of setting up our account and enabling two-factor authentication, we just need to wait for our funds to hit before we can buy some Bitcoin. Okay, I was getting impatient and my funds weren't coming through fast enough, so I decided to deposit by MasterCard and get charged a 2% fee. As you can see here, I got charged a 1.99% fee on the $100 I deposited. Now to buy Bitcoin, all I'm going to have to do is click this buy button. Then I'm going to have 3 different order types available to me: instantly, on trigger, and recurring. Instantly is going to put down a market order into the market and buy Bitcoin at the price it is currently trading at. On trigger, I'm going to be able to set a trigger, which is going to allow the purchase of Bitcoin at a different price. Recurring is just an instantly that reoccurs on a certain period of time. I'm going to choose instantly, and I'm going to trade from Australian dollars into Bitcoin, and I can choose the amount in Australian dollars or in BTC. In my case, I'm going to be using Australian dollars, and I can also choose the amount I'd like to trade. Using this percentage slider, I can use 100% of the account, or I can change to a different percentage. I'm going to choose 100% and get roughly 0.01831 Bitcoin. I'm going to review the order here. Now that I've got that all locked away, I'm going to click place order. And it's going to place the market order into the world. Now that we've bought our Bitcoin, we can do what's called setting a take profit or stop loss. Now this is going to make sure that if our Bitcoin goes up, it's sold automatically, or if it goes down, it's sold automatically as well. I'm not going to do that here, it's a bit too far for this video, as we're just going through the basics of how to buy Bitcoin. But there's lots of videos out there on what take profits and stop losses are if you want to get into that. I'm just going to close this, and then we're going to navigate to where we actually store our Bitcoin. Hovering over on the left, we're going to be able to go down to our wallets. This is going to show us where all of our portfolio is allocated. At the moment, we can see that it's allocated into Bitcoin, and since we've bought it, we've actually lost a couple of cents. As we can see, we've deposited our Australian dollars and it's 100% allocated into Bitcoin. This number over here is the total account balance. As we can see, we've got 97 Australian dollars. This is actually just the Australian dollar value of our currencies in the bottom. As you can see, we've got 0.018 Bitcoin. If we click on the Bitcoin, it's going to take us to our Bitcoin wallet. From here, we can buy more or sell some Bitcoin, or we can also send it. To send Bitcoin, we have to do another verification, but this is how we're going to get our Bitcoin into our cold wallet. Transferring Bitcoin into a cold wallet means it's no longer on the exchange, and the exchange, if anything ever happens to it, like has happened in the past to some exchanges, means that your money is in your hands, not the exchange's hands. Meaning that if anything ever happens to the exchange, your Bitcoin is going to be safe. It is highly recommended to do this, as in the Bitcoin industry, they say not your keys, not your crypto. Swftx not only has Bitcoin, but it also has lots of other assets. As we can see up the top, there's lots of other indicators here, and lots of indicators down the side. Like I said at the start of the video, they have over 320 assets to choose from, so you can really trade or invest in whatever you'd like. So hopefully now you know how to sign up, deposit, and buy Bitcoin through Swftx. If you do and you've enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing. It helps the video get shown to more people like yourself.